Well, we've got a beautiful weekend on tap. It will start out with a little bit extra cloud cover. As you can see, most of that cloud cover is really from Asheville pushing south and towards the coast. So other than that, we are looking at truly a beautiful day. Temperatures will be back on the rise, though. Most of us are going to be getting into the low to mid 80s. So south of Greenville, we could be pushing that 85-degree mark. So it will be a warm day. If you have any plans outside, this is more like summer like temperatures, but it's not going to last for long. As we move throughout the next couple of days, we're going on a bit of a roller coaster. We'll be back into the lower 80s yet again on Sunday and Monday, and then we drop about 5 to 10 degrees from Monday into Tuesday. That's due to really essentially a dry cold front that really won't bring us any moisture, but it'll filter in much cooler conditions. And then as we move on into Wednesday, still looking at temperatures dropping into the 70s, and our overnight lows 40s and 50s. So we'll be quite a bit cooler, especially across higher elevations once we get towards that time frame. Now, if you have any outdoor plans, great day to do so. We are looking at overall a mix of sun and clouds, and then I do anticipate as the day moves on, mostly sunny skies starting to work on into the picture. Similar setup for Sunday, and then we actually get to keep the nice and quiet weather around a little bit longer. Most of next week is also trending nice and dry. Now let's take a look at the tropics. We have several areas of interest we're watching. The first one is in the Gulf of Mexico. I'll have a closer look at that one in just a second. We also have Category 4 Hurricane Kirk. We also have Leslie, Category 1 hurricane, and then highlighted in yellow, has a low chance of development. Still very far away from us, so we'll watch in the next couple of days, but at least for the time being, we're not looking at any impacts off the coast of Africa. Now, for us here at home, though, we now have Invest 92L as it started to get going in the Gulf of Mexico. As we continue throughout the next couple of days, all of the latest guidance and really overall projections have this eventually working its way closer towards the closer towards the Florida Peninsula. So it will likely bring heavy amounts of rainfall for Florida, but still keeping all of that moisture far south of the Carolinas. So we will stay clear of any tropical impacts. So the 4-day looks like this. Beautiful conditions throughout this weekend. Temperatures will be in the low to mid 80s through Monday. Then a major cool down returns on Tuesday, and then our overnight lows dipping into the 40s and 50s across the upstate, and then for western North Carolina into the lower 40s beginning on Wednesday morning. Well, it's hard to believe that it has been over 1 week since Helene brought devastation area-wide for us. Now we're finally being able to see a prolonged stretch of dry weather, which certainly is welcomed for our area. A little bit more cloud cover off towards our south and southeast, but today and tomorrow looking fantastic. We've got lots of sunshine, but the summertime heat is back in full swing. Most of us will be in the low to mid 80s today, and that's going to be the theme moving on into tomorrow and Monday. So still going to be a warm stretch of weather for us for a little bit longer. And then a major cool down returns on Tuesday. We drop about 5 to 10 degrees from Monday into Tuesday. Then we are smooth sailing with 70s all in the forecast Tuesday, Wednesday, the rest of the week, and overnight lows getting into the 50s and potentially the 40s, especially across higher elevations. So it is going to come with somewhat cooler conditions, but certainly feeling like fall. So something to look forward to if you're anxious for more of the cooler air. Today, not necessarily the case. If you're trying to get out and about, we're looking at beautiful conditions, but it will be a warm summer day. Mix of sun and clouds, overall dry all weekend long. So rinse and repeat moving on into Sunday and much of next week. In fact, we really don't have much rainfall in the forecast. We've got a wonderful stretch of dry weather, but it is in fact still hurricane season. So there is a lot to talk about in the tropics. The good news is most of the activity in the Atlantic is actually not impacting us at all. So right now we have Kirk, a major hurricane, still projected to work far towards the northeast. We also have Hurricane Leslie. Even though it's still going to work a little bit further towards the northwest, it'll eventually die on out in the middle of the Atlantic. And then right off the coast of Africa, Low end chance that could develop in the next few days. Something to watch. It's still very early on with that particular system. But the one that's a little bit closer to home is in the Gulf. This is the one we need to keep a close eye on. But as of right now, all guidance is keeping it far to our south. So we have Invest 92L, sustained winds of 35 miles per hour. Right now, it's starting to get a little bit more organized. So if it does get more organized and continue to develop over the next 24 to 48 hours, we could potentially have a tropical storm, maybe even a low-end hurricane into early next week. So we'll watch it closely. We've got a lot of energy here in the Gulf and a lot of warm water. So this could potentially develop fairly quickly in the next couple of days. All model guidance keeping this system mainly from Tampa pushing south into South Florida. So those are going to be the areas impacted by what could become our next named storm, bringing heavy amounts of rainfall for those areas, but remaining far to our south, away from the Carolinas. So we're staying clear of the impacts here at home, and we can enjoy beautiful sunny skies this weekend into all of next week. Again, things are looking nice and dry with a major temperature drop from Monday into Tuesday, and then a couple chilly mornings from mid to late week.